Hello, my name is Felicia. I'm a student at Harmony School of Advancement, and today I'll be showing you how you can make your own logo using Adobe Photoshop. Now, for this project, you can also use Illustrator, but for my logo, I'm going to be using Photoshop for today. Now, my reason for doing this project is to show others how simple it can be, or how simple it is, to make a logo using one of these two apps. And it's also to show that you don't need to be super skilled or talented to do it, because even I just learned how to use it this year and I was somehow able to make this. So I just wanted to show too that you don't need to be super skilled to make your own logo. So now I'll show a step-by-step as to how I was able to make this. Now, the first thing I did was upload this moon PNG. I found it on Google. I just searched up moon PNG and tried to find one that was see-through. I don't know the right way to export this, but if you're going to export a photo or import a photo and you know a better way to do it, then you can do it. But since I don't know the proper way, I'll just be doing that. So that's my first layer. Now for my second layer, I'm going to be creating this shooting star. So for that, I'm going to make a new layer, rename it, and then use the brush tool to make it. Alright. Now, this shooting star doesn't have to be perfect, of course. But, for the logo you're making, really depending on what you're trying to go for, you can make your logo look very businesslike, or it can feel a little childish. It really depends on where you're going to use it or how you're going to be using it. For me, I was kind of making this for a school project and kind of for fun, so I didn't make mine too serious or too businesslike. But really, it depends on what you do. So just feel free to have fun with it and do what you like. So for my next layer, I'm going to be creating this line that separates the moon from the letters. So I'll rename this layer, use the line tool, then draw a 90-degree angle line. Now the line does look a bit thin, but I don't want it to be too thick either. So I'll make the PX4, and that's our line. Alright, well that's the line. So the next thing I'll be making is the big lettering right here, where it says Midnight Bar. Now, those look kind of big here. I'll retype it. Bar. Then I'll use the rect tool to move it a bit, and then I'll shrink it. Now for the font, you can use whatever font you'd like. For this one, honestly, any font, depending on what you're going for, really. You could use any font that you want, but for now, I'll use this one. So make it a bit bigger, try to center it, and there it is. So right now we have our lettering, Midnight Bar, and then next I'll create another layer to make this little star that splits the title from the slogan. So I'll make another layer, rename it, then use the brush tool and then draw a star in the middle. And like I said before, depending on what you want to go for or where you're going to use this, it depends on how serious or childish looking your logo is. So now that I have the star that separates it, I'll be moving on to this, the slogan, and I'll create another layer. Seems like a lot of layers, but hopefully it'll be worth it. So my slogan is straight to the moon. That's my slogan. And then I'll shrink it down a bit. Oh man, I don't want to make it too small though. Oh, I forgot the. Okay, I'll just do this and then move it a bit. If I hadn't forgot, it would be with it. But yeah. So now we have all the components inside the box. So now we're gonna draw the outside. And the outside is really simple. Oh, oops. It's just 4 lines. I mean, you could try to make it look as good as you like, but for me, I'm just gonna play around with it a bit until, well, not really play around with it, but I'll just draw, see if I like it, and then keep it. So, well, that one's not perfect, but I like it. So I like it like that, so I'll leave it. And then, so really, if you want, you could just finish it right there. But the drop shadows behind, they're optional. I mean, like I said, you could do whatever you like with it, make it look however you want. But the way I made the shadow was by going here, and I didn't really have any specific way that I wanted it to be, but I just played around with the settings to see what I liked or what looked good. Let's see. Right now I'm just messing around with it. See what I like. I like how that looks, so I'll leave it like that. And I did that for the rest of my layers until it ended up looking like this. So after I finished adding all the drop shadows, this was the final result. So yeah, that's how I was able to make my logo. And this is my website, my STEMSOS background research on my logo, and then my PBL multimedia page, which you'll need for this project, and then some background history on logos. So yeah, this is the final product of my logo, and this is my website. I'm almost done with it. So yeah, that's everything. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helped you a little bit if you were thinking about doing this. But yeah, thank you and have a nice day.